Hey everybody, it's Rockula, and this is the Rockula update for July 1st, 2015. Now, I've had some ups and some downs. The sad news is that I was at a gig a couple of weeks back, and my second computer got stolen. So I've replaced it, and now I have an even better computer over here. This will be my workhorse, and it's going to do all my editing and performing and so forth. And this is the coolest part about it right here. Ooh, red backlit keys. All right, so let's get moving here. There's 3 channels to discuss, and the first one is going to be Rockula Retrospective. Now, this is the big news that I'm going to have to be telling you for almost a year, and that is Rockula Retrospective has 2 strikes against it. That means for an entire year, I'm going to be in trouble, which means for an entire year, I'm not going to be able to put out hour-long segments, blah, 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 blah. You know what goes on with the copyright strikes. But here's the deal. I have had some really interesting copyright claims happen. So what I want to say, first of all, is that thank you very much to the people who have subscribed. I've hovered around about 300 subscribers lately, give or take a couple. And thank you very much. Now, here's the most important part. If you really want to keep up with what I'm doing, it's very possible that Rockula Retrospective could be deleted for the 3rd copyright strike because they keep popping up. So if you would do me a favor, please, and this is not a scam to try to get you to go, to build subscribers on another channel, but what I'm going to be doing is over on Rockula Productions, and I'm going to put that link up here. Rockula Productions, please go over to Rockula Productions and subscribe, because that channel is going to be, pretty much strike free and will always be the main channel that represents what I do. So please, please go over and subscribe to Rockula Productions. All right, let's just talk about some of these copyright strikes that I got. First of all, I got a copyright strike for every single one of my Z Nation reviews, and all it was a picture. That's it. Just a promo picture for the show. In every case, I got a blocked in some countries copyright notice, so fine. Sci-Fi doesn't want me to promote their product, Z Nation, then I just won't be doing Z Nation reviews anymore. All right. Part 2 of the Zappaphile review of We're Only In It for the Money got taken down because, well, I took it down because it had a match third-party content warning on it. And what I didn't realize is that that's the only part of the Zappaphile. In other words, I didn't back it up when I got my computer stolen, so Part 2 is gone forever. I may pull down the first part and just redo the entire thing. I'm not really sure, but yeah, that Part 2 of the Zappaphile review of We're Only In It for the Money is gone. So I'm inserting this part into it. I totally forgot. I just posted a Zappaphile episode on the BBC documentary from 1993. It's the Zappaphile documentary starter kit, and it is up on YouTube as we speak. All right, back to the Rockula update. Got another third-party content on the Elvira Halloween special. Now, here's the interesting thing about the Elvira Halloween special. It's gotten 23,600 hits, and that's, when you get up to that size of hits, that's when people start paying attention to what's the content on your screen. And wouldn't you know it, I got another match third-party content strike. Not a strike, a notification. It's a strike's way different. And then so I investigated it, and I took a little video of the investigation here. And when I looked at it, it said, here's the location of the copyright strike. So I went to it, and it turns out it was the commercial for the Toxic Avenger. And then when I looked at the next part of it, it said, here's what the copyright holder is going to do. The copyright holder put their own monetization on that video. And you know what? I don't care. I don't monetize my videos anymore. And that's one thing that I'll go back up on the soapbox here for real quick. I'm not monetizing my videos on YouTube because YouTube keeps screwing me with copyright infringement, frivolous bullshit. So if I'm not going to make any money off of YouTube, YouTube's not going to make any money off of me. But if Lloyd Kaufman wants to put a commercial on my Elvira Halloween special, then so be it. I'll probably just take it down soon anyways, just so that I can have it down and then put it up again some other time. Like I said, for me, it's not about the hits or anything. It's about sharing with the public. So once something gets a good number of hits and then gets some kind of a third-party content, I'm probably going to take it down and repost it some other time. You know, the Ethan Barrage edit, that got up to like 40,000 hits before it got forcibly taken down. So let's see, is that everything on my copyright strikes? Yeah, that's pretty much it for everything on Rockula Retrospective. Now let's switch over to the channel I was talking about, which is Rockula Productions. Here's the big news about Rockula Productions and also Rockula Presents. They were both linked together, which is a big mistake, and I'm going to tell you every time that I do this update, do not link your channels together if you think any of them are going to get any kind of copyright strike. Because if one channel gets it, all your channels get it. So I went through 1 year of copyright strike restrictions on 2 channels for 1 copyright issue on each channel. So that's fair, isn't it? Anyways, so that means supposedly on July 10th is when my copyright strike expires for both Rockula Presents and Rockula Productions. And the other thing is I need to figure out how to unlink those channels. I've been a little bit lazy, but I need to do that. Rockula Productions is going to be the main focus of my entire operation. So like I said before, if you like Rockula Retrospective, please go to Rockula Productions and subscribe, because that's where the channel is going to stay. And I'm going to do my best to never put anything that can get that channel taken down ever again. Rockula Productions, going to be focused on music and live performance and so forth. The only tangible live performance thing that I have going on right now is that I go out and I play drums on the street in Deep Ellum, which is called busking, and the show is called Busking in Deep Ellum with Rockula. It's going to be me playing the drums, and it is other people playing the drums and performing and so forth. I am getting some support from some Deep Ellum businesses, and we're going to look into expanding the concept and maybe promoting it a lot more. So the other thing that busking will do is I'll be able to do that sometimes when I go out and travel around on tour. Bring a drum set out on the street where it's legal, and do a little busking. And also look for, if you are a fan of any kind of street performance, I'm going to start doing stuff on the Busking with Rockula show about busking, the rules of busking, things to look out for, things to prepare for, all of that stuff. And I'm going to try to get involved in the international busker community. Busker community. Pyroclastic Flow has been my band. It's actually a solo concept, but solo band, whatever, since I left the band Autonomy, and that was back in 2005. I think it's time to change the focus of Pyroclastic Flow. First of all, it's kind of hard to pronounce, and second of all, people, was like, just didn't understand it. So with the new things that I'm doing with my multitasking, like I'm not just going to be doing my original music anymore. I'm going to be chopping up pieces of pop culture and DJing them, video DJing them, playing the drums, doing all kind of musical performances of stuff in the future, whether it be in a convention or an art gallery or a club. So look for, the concept is going to be called Rockula the Multiple Man, and I'm still working on it, but it is a kind of a takeoff on Tetsuo the Iron Man. But so look for the multitasking pop culture blender stuff in addition to my original stuff. Let's talk about Rockula Presents. Rockula Presents is one of the other channels that is going to supposedly have the 15-minute ban lifted on July 10th. I got my editing computer back, and I am going to start editing the hell out of all the stuff that I have on VHS. There's a couple of things that I took down because they had match third-party content warnings on them. Psychedelic glue sniffing hillbillies. I took that and I put it up. I'm going to put it up when I get my 15-minute ban restriction lifted. There's some Dallas Music Videos segments that got taken down because of some background songs. I'm going to have to go in and look at all of those underground records signing parties and figure out where that background music was. They got those pulled too. Gonna take another shot at getting the Voivod videos up, and I have a ton of old Autonomy footage from my old band in Minneapolis and bands that I shot when I was in Minneapolis. So look for a really big expansion of Rockula Presents. And yeah, as far as things that are personally going to happen for me in the future, look for me to be working on Retropalooza 3, which will be happening in September, I believe the 27th, with the Game Chasers. It's their excuse me, it's their video game convention over in Arlington, and I'm going to be doing all of the audio visual work for that, and maybe possibly if I can get it and do an audition, I might be able to do some live performance, who knows. Booking gigs for Multiple Man, and you'll see me do a lot of stuff on Rockula Productions. Now, here's the thing that's coming up. One more thing for Rockula Retrospective is the Fear the Walking Dead is coming out in August. I believe August the 10th. And I'm going to be reviewing that, and I don't know how much I'm going to review it because I don't know how much I'm going to like it, but I'm going to at least take a stab at it. And I want to say hello to my fellow dead tuber, Jessica. We're throwing about this idea of uniting a bunch of us friends who review The Walking Dead and call it Dead Tubers. I am going to work on that concept as well. I've got this thing brewing for The Walking Dead that I've been wanting to do ever since season 5 started. It could be really big, so that's why I'm not going to say what's brewing, because it could fail really big too. So, excuse me. So look for all the things that I'm going to be doing in the future with Rockula Retrospective, Rockula Productions, and Rockula Presents. Dry throat. All right, well, thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing and liking and commenting. Go check out all 3 of these channels. Check me out on Facebook under the name Rockula Productions, and check me out on Twitter with Retro Rockula. I'm Rockula, and this is the Rockula Update.